I gotta ride or die.
Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's JK and welcome back to my channel for another GTA 5 video, and in today's video we're going to be customizing and reviewing one of these bad boys, and these are all of the 10 vehicles that were released with the TUNERS update. Now unfortunately I've had to leave this a couple of days to release my first video because I have had to come back onto the PS4 to do this, because I usually record all my videos on PC, as a lot of you will already know. But because of the new update, I have to wait for ScriptHook 5 to update before I can do any sort of modding on story mode. So I've made the decision to make the videos on the PS4. So if you can hear some PS4 roaring in the background, I do apologise. It's not really much I can do about that, and also the quality might not be as good. Usually I can record in 1080 or even 4K on my PC. On the PS4 the best I'm going to get is 720, so hopefully visually it's not too disappointing. The sound volume should be the same because obviously I'm using the same sort of microphone, but the picture quality might be a little bit different to what you're used to, because obviously I am recording straight onto the PS4, which doesn't record in 1080 or anything higher than 720. But anyway, with that out of the way, on the PS4, try and ignore the noise in the background if you can hear that, because I can hear it and it sounds like there's a plane taking off in this room right now. But anyway, back to the video. These here right in front of you, as you can see, are all 10 vehicles which were released initially with this TUNERS update. I've just jumped onto the online and just put them all into this apartment garage. So as you can see, we're going to go around in first person. We've got the Obey Tailgater S, then we've got the Dominator GTT, very nice. Then we've got the Karen Futu GTX, the Ines Remus, something I was looking forward to, the S2000. We've got the Dinka RT3000, very good, very good. Then we've got the Ines Euros, another one that a lot of people are going to be very excited about. We've got the MX5, the Ines ZR350. Then we've got the Dinka Jester RR, which I believe is going to be the new Supra, very, very good. Then we've got the Volker Warner HKR, then the Karen Kaliko GTF. So very, very nice cars to start this DLC with. Obviously I'm not going to be customizing them all in this one video. I am going to be choosing one, and from the title of the video you're already going to know which one that is, and then we're just going to go from there. So out of this I'm going to spawn off 10 videos in all together to cover all of these vehicles, and then by the time these 10 videos are finished, my ScriptHook 5 update will be on the PC, and I'll be able to bring you all the unreleased cars from this DLC as reviews. And then after all the reviews are out of the way, I'm going to be tackling some more Fast and Furious builds and like movie car builds, all that sort of stuff to do with these new vehicles. So what better way to kick this video off but with the first one in the garage. We have got the Obey Tailgater S. So you can purchase this vehicle from Legendary Motorsport. It is going to cost you 1.1 million on the trade price, or for the full price it's going to cost you 1.4. so it doesn't look like it's the most expensive in the DLC, but it's definitely one that I'm excited about customizing, because I do like VAG, you know, VW, Audi, all that sort of stuff. I love that group. I've got a Mark 6 Golf myself, so the Audi is definitely one that I'm looking forward to customizing. So that is the one we're going to hit up today. So like you already know, I've already purchased all these vehicles. These are the prices you're going to be looking at, and now we're just going to get this into LS Customs and we're going to see what's up. So you go, my bros, as you pull into LS Customs, you'll see the Obey Tailgater S is surprisingly in the sedans category, because usually you see a car like this, you expect it to be straight in the sports category, but maybe Rockstar clicking onto things and realising that the sports category is becoming so vast and leaving all the other categories behind. But regardless of all that, that's where it sits, in the sedan category, which isn't a bad place for what, I suppose, because driving it down here didn't feel that fast. But we're going to be doing all the customization to this and then taking it for a little spin at the end and see if it changes my mind about it at all. But anyway, let's crack on with this build. So as always, we're going to start with 100% body armor. Then we're going to go to the brakes and grab the race brakes. Front bumper we're going to start with. And it looks like we've got loads of different options for this. Hopefully there's some good ones. So we've got the chin extenders. Then we've got, you know, the primary colour, the carbon colour, and then the secondary colour. And then the street one, which doesn't look too dissimilar to the extended one, funnily enough. And then we get primary, secondary and carbon with that as well. Then we get the bottled one, and again it's not really that much different, same sort of shape. All we do is get these struts that go up to the bumper. That's the only real added extra for this one. So pretty disappointing so far. It says it's a bumper change, but the bumper isn't actually changing. It is literally just the splitter at the bottom which is changing. Then we've got these like track attack style splitters. So yeah, a bit underwhelmed about the front bumper options, to be honest, especially with these ones. I mean, it makes them, if you want to make a track attack car, it might be something you want to go with, but yeah, I'm not overly impressed with any of these. I think maybe we'll go with the secondary street bumper, maybe. Yeah, we don't want a bolt on one, so we'll go with the secondary street bumper. Then we're going to move on to the rear bumper. So as you can see, we've got the stock. Oh my days, this actually changes the whole colour of the bumper. Was not expecting. Oh my word. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen an Audi with sticker bomb. I was not expecting the sticker bomb on this, to be fair. And it's surprising because we don't get a front bumper sticker bomb option, which is weird. Because usually if you get a sticker bomb option on one of these cars in GTA, you're able to do it with the fenders, both rear and front bumper, but there was no front bumper option for sticker bomb. But it looks like we've got the same sort of options but with different style of bumper, but it doesn't really look like the style of bumper is changing all that much. We're just getting some fins at the side, and then we've got the primary secondary sticker bomb instead of carbon. Yeah, so sticker bomb's taking the carbon place with this. So none of them are really too dissimilar from each other. They actually all look very, very alike, which is disappointing. I was expecting something a little bit better, to be honest. I'm not changing the colour of the secondary, and I'm not having a sticker bomb, so I'm just going to say stock for the rear bumper. Really disappointed about that, man. I mean, you have all them options and none of them actually change the shape of the bumper. It is just literally a colour change, which is a shame. But anyway, we're going to move on to the canards next. So only two extra options for this. We've got the sports fins and we've got the extreme racer. So again, not my cup of tea, but if you are creating a track attack car, you do have obviously extreme racing fins now and sports fins to go with the crazy front splitters you can get. But yeah, like I said, not for me, so I'm going to stay none for the canards. Then we're going to go to the engine. We have air filters, engine blocks, I suppose now, yeah, because this is the new vehicle in the newest update, and obviously with this new update we can do car meets and car shows and all that sort of stuff, so it makes sense to be able to change what the engine looks like in these new vehicles. So we do get the air filters, so we can put ram air and all that sort of stuff in there. I'm not going to bore you with all this sort of stuff. I'm just going to quickly slide through them so you can see, and I'll just choose the bottom one. How's that? So then we go on to the engine block. Again, some nice options, I mean, but this isn't sort of like, they're basically just colour changes. There's nothing too crazy going on, so it doesn't really make much sense in going through it all, looking at each individual part, you know, and dissecting it, because like I said, they're all basically the same thing, they just different colours. Then we move on to the strut brace. Yeah, again, some nice cool options. We'll just go for the end one. Then we've got the engine tunes, we've got the level 4 for that, 100%. Then the intercoolers, is this actually going to so it does change, which is cool, behind the grille. So maybe we'll get a grille option for this, but I'm not sure. But at the moment we can't really see what's going on behind there, so because of that I'm just going to get the lower one, which is the intercooler with the water sprayer. Maybe we'll get a grille option further down, I'm not sure yet, and we'll be able to see what the intercooler actually looks like. But for now we'll just have to live and hope that it looks good. Then we've got the exhausts. So the stock exhausts are actually a decent size. Then we've got the chrome bore, but then it's a lot smaller, and we're minus an exhaust, which is kind of strange. And then the dual, which again is a little bit strange because they're smaller than the stock ones, so I think the stock ones look better anyway at the moment. Same goes for the chrome bore. Then we've got the dual one of those. These ones are pretty cool though, but they kind of remind me of the original Tailgater, and they're still quite small for that gap. I'm not overly impressed, mate, to be fair, with these aftermarket ones. I mean, they're probably the better looking ones out of all of them, but I think the stock ones look better, which is a shame because you don't really want the stock ones to look better than the customization ones, but it is what it is, I suppose. So what I'm going to go for, I'm just going to go with the dual carbon and bore exhausts. Then we do get a fender option, loads of options for the fenders. So it looks like we can put a bolt on kit, which is pretty cool. It's a shame that it just cuts itself off there at the bumper. Yeah, it's a big shame that they've done that. Hopefully we can get some better options. No, again, you can see that it does cut itself off as soon as it gets to the front bumper. There's no sort of like taper, it just stops dead, which is really shit, to be honest. Then we've got the sticker bomb, and then the carbon version of those, and then we move on to a second section of it where we can change the colour of the fender. So you can get the sticker bomb fenders if that's what you want, but I think that sort of sticker bomb phase is a little bit dead now. So especially on an Audi as well, high-end Audi like this, you would not put a sticker bomb on it. I think it would be a very silly option to do. But anyway, yeah, I'm not going to go for any of those. Then we're going to move on to the hood. We get hood catches and then the hood itself. So we'll start with the catches. I do like some hood catches, they're pretty sweet. I think I'm going to go with, we'll go with the angled hood pins, and then we're going to move on to the actual hood. So we get the secondary hood, which is pretty cool. We get a carbon version of that, obviously a sticker bomb. Then we get the vented, and it's going to be a running theme now. So you get, you know, one design, but then multiple versions of that: primary, secondary, carbon, and sticker bomb, which is really weird, man. I'm really surprised about Rockstar's decision to put sticker bomb all over this car. It's kind of weird because it doesn't suit it in my opinion. But anyway, the louved hood actually looks really good. I like the look of that. And then we've got the street hood. Not a massive fan of that one, especially with the hood pins. The track hood, another good one. That one actually looks really cool. The race hood, loving that. And that's it. Out of all of those, my favourite was the louvered hood, so I'm going to go with that one. So then we get an option for the interior. So we've got the dash, doors, seats, and steering wheel. So similar sort of thing to what you'd get in Benny's, but hardly as many options, man. I mean, literally 2 options for the dash, that's it. But I will be going with the stripped carbon race interior. Then we've got the doors, only 1 option for the doors, so we'll go full coloured door panel. Didn't really make much difference at all to that, did it? But we'll change it anyway. Then we've got the seats. This is where, like most cars on the game, has, you know, multiple seat choices, which is no surprise. And plus it's nothing new by the looks of it. They're all the same sort of seats, just recycled and put into this vehicle. So what I'm going to do is go with I don't know, the carbon track seats, why not? Then we get a steering wheel option. Oh sweet, you keep the logo on it as well, that's pretty cool. I do like that. That's a nice one. The Apex Basic, we'll keep that one, but we'll just quickly slide through them all so you can see them all. All the same sort of steering wheels you'd get in Benny's, so nothing too crazy. But it is cool that they keep the Audi or the Obey logo on the steering wheel on this one. Then we've got the lights, headlights. We are going to be going with the Xeon headlights, and then we've got neon kits as usual. I'm not going to be getting a neon kit on this, I don't think. Actually, yeah, let's go front, back, and sides, and we'll just keep it white because I might keep this car white as well. It looks sweet. Then we've got livery options. Then we've got the thick white stripe. Then we've got the black one, and then we've got the white one, but over the other side. Same goes for the black. Black red sport stripes. That actually looks quite cool. You could probably use that with a different hood. It might look a little bit better because they're a little bit close to them louvered vents for my liking. Then we've got the sci-fi. Then we've got the Obey Tailgater, black prolapse, that's pretty smart if you want to build like a track car. The yellow one's decent as well. The Fukaru, the Chivas, the Redwood, Destruction, that actually looks quite smart, man, I like that. The coloured camo, then the army camo. For someone who don't really like camo, I actually dig it out. I think that looks quite smart. I like the yellow logos at the bottom. I think that finishes it off quite nicely. That actually looks really good, to be fair. But it's locked. Reach LS Customs. You gotta reach meat reputation look to unlock certain things. I only just clocked that. I actually dug that one as well, man. I was gonna get that army camo solid. It actually looks pretty sweet, but because I can't get it, I am just gonna stick with what I've got. Then we're going to move on to the mirrors. We've got the stock mirrors, the secondary, and also the carbon. We are going to go with a secondary, keep it in line with the roof. Then we've got mud guards, which we're not going to buy, but we will have a look. So if you wanted to build a rally car, I suppose you could get them. So then on the plates, we do get a plate holder, which is pretty sweet, something we don't usually get on these vehicles. And you can remove it. That is awesome. Or you can put it left or right. But I'm digging it removed. That looks sweet. I'm actually really happy that you can remove it. Then we've got the respray. Like I said, I'm going to keep it white and black because I actually really like the look of that. It was just so happened that I bought all the cars in white and I just changed them when and if, but I actually like the look of it white and black, so I'm going to stick with this. And then we've got the roof accessories. So we've got a roof rack, primary vortex, then we've got the secondary vortex, sticker bomb vortex, what the fuck, and then the carbon vortex. Then we've got the primary scoop, and it's going to go through the same thing, black, secondary, sticker bomb, carbon. Then we've got a double scoop, and then I'm just going to jump through these because they're all the same. So nothing spectacular for the roof, unfortunately. See, I've always had a problem with these sort of roof racks because there's clearly no rails on the top there, and it hasn't come over the door pillars or anything like that. So what have they drilled straight into the roof? It's really strange, no logic in that at all. So but anyway, I'm not going to have anything on the roof, just had to show you guys what was up. Then we've got the roof itself. So we've got the primary, sticker bomb and carbon. So we are going to stay stock, so it obviously stays with the secondary colour. So next we're going to move on to the side skirts. At the moment it's actually got some nice skirts on it, or as it is, so maybe it's just going to be like extensions, which it is. So the actual side skirt itself is going to stay the same, it's just going to be added extensions, which is basically what the car scene is nowadays, mate. And now this Audi is obviously a modern day vehicle, so it's just giving us modern day upgrades, I suppose. No crazy bumper options, no crazy side skirt options, they're literally just extensions for what's already there. And if you look at the car scene now, that's basically what everybody does. They don't buy new parts, they just extend what's already there. So we're going to go with a secondary extended skirt. Then we've got a spoiler option. I don't think anything other than a lip spoiler would look good on this, so I don't think I'm going to go with a black one though. I think the white one actually looks good, but I will be skipping through them quickly anyway so you can see all the others which are available. The medium one looks okay actually. I think the small one is better. Yeah, we've got these crazy bolt-on ducktail spoilers as well, so I suppose if you want to make it a track attack car. Then the big GT wings, but yeah, not my sort of thing, especially on this sort of vehicle. You know, if it's an old 90s shitbox, then they'd work, but for this sort of car it's just got to be a small lip spoiler, nice and clean. Let's go with that. Then we've got the sun strip. So we've got the primary, the secondary, and the black plastic. We're gonna go with the secondary, matches the roof that way. Suspension, we're gonna drop that bitch, because there was, hang on, that camber's going inwards. What the hell? That looks really odd. Yeah, because Rockstar did go for a stage where they were releasing vehicles, and if you went for competition suspension, it would knock the camber like ridiculously out, so it looked completely slammed, which is not the sort of look you want on most vehicles. So it was a little bit strange that it was under the suspension competition option rather than having it as a separate camber option. That would have been a little bit better, so I'm glad they've got rid of that. But anyway, we can go with a competition suspension on this, and it looks awesome. Then we've got the transmission. We're going to get the race transmission, the trunk. So we've got the secondary trunk, the stinger bomb and the carbon. That looks a little bit funky with that white lip spoiler, but I won't be changing the colour of it anyway, so we're going to stay stock for the trunk. Then we've got the turbo. We're obviously going to get the turbo tuning, and the wheels, wheel type, we are going to go track. Is that a new set of wheels? That is a new set of wheels. Yeah, because the last one, yeah, tuners have always been there. Street was the last one that we had, which had really nice options in it. Yeah, so that was the most recent wheel upgrade we had. And now we've got a new one called track. Or am I being dumb and it's always been there? Oh mate, them gravel traps, they are awesome. Some really nice options. Love the rally monoblock. Yes, that is awesome. I'm so happy that they've released a new category of wheels, track wheels. Even though you wouldn't really put a lot of these on track cars, but they look awesome anyway. Yeah man, well happy with those. And then again, you can see at the bottom there are ones that are locked where you have to get your LS car meet reputation up to a certain level to unlock them. I'm loving these turbine ones, look so good. Some really nice options for those. Yeah man, well happy that Rockstar have released some new wheels. I mean, it took them what, 8 years to release the street category of wheels, and now within a year they've released 2, street and track. Loving it. The rally mono blocks are actually really cool. I thought they suit this vehicle very nice, so we're going to go with that. The wheel colour, don't think we're going to change it. They actually look really good in alloy, so we're going to stay alloy. Then we've got the tyres, tyre design. So as you can see, we get different tyre prints, which look cool on certain vehicles, but not for me on this one. We've got tyre enhancements as well. Buy the bulletproof tyres while you're there. Tyre smoke is a no-go for me. And then we're going to end with light smoke window tint for the windows. So that is it, my dudes. There is the Obey Tailgater S, and I think that looks clean as fuck. It looks so good, really good. Them wheels, man, love them wheels. Oh, it has give us a little bit of camber on it. I didn't really notice that inside of LS Customs, but it has give us a little bit of camber, but nothing that will put me off. I think it actually looks really nice. Glad I kept it white and black as well. But driving it around, I mean, it is a sedan, so you can't really expect too much from it. The acceleration on it actually feels a little bit sluggish, but then as soon as it hits a certain point, it then just picks up and it just takes off, which actually feels really nice. Steering actually feels really solid. It's not too bad at all. Let's see if we can just handbrake it around here. Yes, it does wheel spin a bit, and it takes a little bit for it to get into its groove of things, but as soon as it hits that certain stride, it then just takes off and actually feels like it picks up quite nicely. But yeah, weaving left to right, it actually feels quite solid, stuck to the ground. Doesn't feel like it's going to spin out anytime soon, but you don't really expect that with a sedan, do you? I mean, it's not like it's a hypercar or whatever where it's putting down lots of power, but it actually feels pretty solid. For the price tag, obviously it is a new DLC, brand new car, so you kind of expect that inflation and all that with GTA. These cars are just going to get more and more expensive as time goes on, and the longer GTA 5 is around. Every time Rockstar releases a car, it's just going to be more and more expensive. But I'm well happy with it, man. It was a 1.4 mil, you know, at cost, but then 1.1 at trade. But for what it is, obviously 2021 in GTA, you kind of expect that sort of price from any sort of vehicle. But yeah, I think it's cool. Would I recommend it? I think if you're a German car lover, or if you just like VAG or even Audi, definitely go and pick this up because it actually looks really cool. The customization options aren't amazing, but there's definitely enough there to make you happy, and I think what I've done to it today actually looks really smart. So yeah, it's a thumbs up from me. I'd rate it probably a 7 out of 10 as a package. That means price, looks, customization and performance. Yeah, I think 7 out of 10 is fair for this one. But with that being said, my dudes, that is going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys did enjoy this one. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. If you haven't already, why not subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this. And until next time, I'm out. Adios.